and welcome back to Motivational Mondays with Timimka. I hope you had an amazing week and that you're gonna have a great week ahead. Before we talk about this week's topic, I just wanted to ask you guys to please just kindly comment in the comment box below. What is the recommended time? Well, which time would you prefer that I upload the video on a weekly? I've been doing it at different times, trying to test out what works best. But which better way to actually know what works best than asking you guys? And one more thing, I've noticed there's a lot of people who watch the videos that are actually not subscribed to the channel. So just click the subscribe button down there. It's the red one. And maybe someone do the bell ding ding so you know when videos are up. Okay, let's get started. Last week we talked about how you should be applying your mind, right? And going above and beyond in your work instead of just doing that which you're told to do and meeting the expectations as well as your schoolwork. Instead of using past papers and just studying through that, applying your mind to actually understand what's going on so that you can continually engage your brain. Because if your brain cells are not working, you're not even going to be able to think about ideas in your own personal life. And that's why we're here, right? In Motivational Mondays, to go above and beyond, to set ourselves apart from the ordinary person, to meet our goals, to reach our dreams. I think that's the right order. So anyway, this week I really just want to talk about, for those of us that are actually still in the workplace and maybe even at school, I want to talk about how we can manage the anxiety that comes with it. I know a lot of people who are unhappy in their work, they're unhappy at school. There's just this constant panic waiting to happen, this constant panic attack. It's like a time ticking bomb just waiting to happen. So I wrote down 3 points based on my own experience that have absolutely helped in the past on how we can deal with anxiety, whether it is at work or at school. So the first point, the first thing that we can do is waking up early. I know it sounds very silly, but I find that on days when I actually wake up earlier, maybe 4, 5, 6, depending on what the occasion is. On days when I wake up earlier, I have a better day. I'm calmer, okay? Because you're able to set the tone for your day. Instead of, for those of us that are working from home, you start work at 9 o'clock, you wake up at 8:30. Sometimes you don't even shower, maybe you brush your teeth, maybe you grab some cereal, and then you get into work. You don't give yourself enough time to get into your day, right? You're not able to set the tone for your day. It's almost as if you get into the day is already happening, and whatever the day says is going to happen is what your day is going to be like. So one way in which we can manage the anxiety is really by waking up early, waking up on time, what time we actually plan to wake up. I am guilty of this. A lot of times I do find myself waking up later, and I do find that my day gets ruined based on that waking up late. So when you wake up early, what do? You give yourself time to get into your day. Pray, okay? It really helps. Maybe not a prayer, but hopefully you are. Meditate. Eat. It really helps. Just look, guys, food is medicinal. Like, just putting food inside your body, getting breakfast, it's like, oh, your day is made. If you can, maybe even exercise. I found that, so I started recently exercising again after a very long time, and I've really found that I'm more energetic, I feel lighter, I'm happier. So imagine doing this in the morning. You wake up 2 hours before you're supposed to start work, and you get your exercise in, you get your prayer time in, you get your breakfast in. It really just helps you to just get into the zone of your day, because waking up late really adds to anxiety. Like, you wake up at 5 minutes to 9, oh my gosh, I have to start work in 5 minutes. I haven't even done this. Have I done this? Is that, you're adding to your own anxiety. Okay, number 2, and I think this is the most important one for me, which I actually wrote it first, and then I realized that waking up early comes before it. You need to be excellent at what you do. Be the best at what you do. Be excellent. And this comes back to what we were talking about last week about applying your mind. Go above and beyond. Now, why is this important? One of the reasons why we feel anxious when we maybe supposed to go write an exam, or why we feel anxious if maybe we are going to work, right? If there's a report that needs to be submitted or presentation we're supposed to do, is because we feel underprepared. Okay, but if you're like, the more prepared you are, the calmer you actually are. It reminds me of when I was in high school and I used to really study. Like I was an A student in high school, right? And there were those exams that I would just walk into confident, just give us the paper already. Okay, like, why are you wasting our time? Give us the paper. And it's because I had really prepared, I had studied, I had done my questions, I understood the concepts. And so to me, there was no question that you could ask me that I didn't know. I mean, obviously I wasn't getting 100%, but I always felt like I could, you know. And that's the benefits that come with being prepared. Preparedness helps to calm the nerves, because I mean, you're prepared. What's the worst thing that could happen? The other thing about being prepared is that you are able to actually say to your boss, look, this is what I've done, this is what I prepared. I did not do that other part because I didn't know, right? But if you're not prepared, you don't know what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. All you know is that you're behind. Set a to-do list for yourself. This is one of the things that I wrote. And having a to-do list helps you to sleep better at night. Why? Because if I have a plan that, okay, Monday, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do A, B, C, and D. By the time Monday ends and I've done A, B, C, and D, I sleep at night, not tossing and turning, oh my gosh, I didn't finish this. Oh my gosh, I didn't do that. Because you've planned that, oh, okay, this I'm only going to do tomorrow. And so you're able to sleep knowing that you've managed it. So time management is one of the most important things if we want to make sure that we aren't so anxious at work. And this does not only refer to work, right? Even in our own, maybe if you've got a business plan, if you're doing creative arts or whatever, you need to be prepared. Okay, you need to manage your time in order to be able to achieve these goals. And I can tell you, by all means, there's a lot of things in my life that I haven't achieved yet, simply because I haven't been able to manage my time. But I'm sharing this with you because I've seen the times in which I manage my time properly, it leads to better success. And then the last point, like I said, it's only 3 points. Speak up. Speak up for yourself. Now, the reason why we had to talk about being excellent and above and beyond the call of duty is that when you're not prepared, when your work is not done properly, you're not even able to say, look, I am overwhelmed. How can you be overwhelmed if even the things that you're supposed to do, you haven't done? You don't even know if you're overwhelmed or you're just not managing your time properly. But if you are managing your time properly and you still have maybe too much to do, then you're able to at least come back and speak up and say, look, boss, every day I wake up at 6, I'm working until like 10 p.m. and I only take my breaks when I'm supposed to. So I don't know what's happening, right? There's this one lady that I used to work with. She was a senior, right, in my department. And whenever I felt like my work was too much, I would always go to her and ask her, can you please look at my to-do list? Can you please look at everything that I have to do and help me to prioritize on what needs to be done? By her looking at my work, she was able to say, but this is too much for you to be able to do today. Why don't you move this to tomorrow? We would prioritize together. So if there's someone who's senior to you that can help you with these particular tasks, sit down with that person. Even if it's your manager, if you're very open and comfortable with your manager, sit down with your manager, say, these are my tasks. What do I need to do first? And that's one thing I've always said to my managers, look, give me deadlines. Tell me what needs to be done first, because I'm going to do something that's due on Friday before the thing that's due on Wednesday, because you didn't tell me that the thing that's due on Friday is not that urgent. I didn't know. You just said, do this, do this, do this, do that. So ask for those deadlines. But remember, you can only do this when you've proven yourself to be a good employee. So there's a lot of things that you can't say when your reputation is bad. Everyone knows that, oh, you always are submitting your things late. You're never prepared for presentations. What is it that you can say? You get it? There's this one girl that I also worked with. She was in tax. She started working every day at 7:30 until 4 o'clock without fail. Some of us would knock off at 5:30, at 6, but 4 o'clock every single day, she would switch off her computer and she would leave. And it didn't matter, right? No one cared, no one minded. Why? Because she's excellent at her work. And even if she had a problem with her manager, she'd always say, look, I have ABCD problem. Can you please fix it? And her manager wasn't going to be like, no, I'm not going to fix it, because he knows she's an excellent worker. He has no excuse, okay? And if you really can't speak to your manager or whatever it is, then maybe speak to someone who can help you with maybe HR. Tell them, look, I'm overwhelmed. But remember, the key is to be an excellent employee. If you're not, no one's going to listen to you, honey. And ask for help. Asking for help means you don't know everything, okay? Sometimes you really just legit don't know what is going on. And this applies to school as well, not just work. If you don't know, ask. There's probably someone that knows the answer, or no one knows the answer, and you're able to realize that, actually, I'm not the problem. It's just a general thing that no one actually knows this answer, and I'm busy stressing myself out, not sleeping at night because I don't know. But if you're not up to work, or if you're not up to standard, up to par, that's what I was looking for, with what you're already supposed to be doing, then you even get scared to ask, because you think, all the gaps in my knowledge is going to show, all the gaps in my work is going to show. I wrote one last bonus point, if I can put it like that. Plan for your breaks. A lot of us are tired because we don't take breaks. Okay, take your lunch. Like I already said, take your breakfast, take your lunch, and plan when you're gonna end your day. But this most important one is rest on weekends. Rest if you can. Just find a day that you say, this is my rest time. Or even an evening where you say, on Thursday evenings, I do nothing. This is my rest time. And you're going to find that all the anxiety and calmness gets better. All this is possible only if your work is up to date. I wanted to read a quote to you guys that I found in my notebook actually. It says, if a man carries his own lantern, he needs not fear darkness. And that's it. If you are going around carrying your own light, which means being the best that you can be, you don't fear darkness because you know who you are. My name is Durimka, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, let's continue this journey, and don't forget to just comment below and let me know what time is best to have these videos uploaded. And I love you guys so much. I'm always excited to come here. Like I said, my name is Mrs. X. Bye.